Hello, I hope you're well. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to today's video where I am excited to announce the Historical Fiction Readathon for the month of June. I know I said I wouldn't participate in any readathons or host any readathons, but this one, I couldn't pass it up, okay? It's historical fiction, which, as you will know, is my most read genre, but also I am hosting it with 4 other lovely booktubers, Shelly, Charlotte, Gloria, and Melinda, whose channels will be linked in the description box for you. So if you're not subscribed to their channels, go ahead and do that. But yeah, this is a readathon that will take place during the month of June, and participating is very straightforward. You read one historical fiction book for the entire month. Even I think I can manage that. But for those of us who do want to challenge ourselves a little bit more, we do have some prompts for you. Not that many, but as I said, you can pick and choose. You can try to do them all, whatever the case may be. And there is a checklist also linked out in this description box for you. So the first prompt is to read a book of historical fiction about a real remarkable person. You know, that's up my alley. It's kind of those biographical novels that I love to read. I've read a few on like Catherine I of Russia. Who else have I read? Catherine de Medici. Who else? I mean, any of the Hilary Mantel books would also fall in that category, although I'm embarrassed to say I haven't read any of them. I do own them, though. I just have never gotten to it. But so that's one prompt. The next is to read a work of historical fiction about art or featuring a work of art, and an artistic cover does count, but I did want to explain that art here doesn't necessarily need to mean paint on canvas or charcoal on paper. This can be film, theater, literature, architecture, design, music, whatever is considered an art form counts. So you have quite a few options there. The next prompt is to read a work of alternate historical fiction. This is a category that I don't typically read, although I've read some lovely ones over the years. So this is, you know, what if this happened instead of this type of thing. And that can be a fun one, especially for those of you who really enjoy kind of more speculative fiction. Next is to read a work of historical fiction with a dual timeline. So a lot of times these would be books that there's a plot line that is more contemporaneous to the actual reader, and then there is another plot line in the same book that has to do with a historical period. A lot of the time these books are generational, so they're about a family. And sometimes they're more kind of mystery focused, so trying to solve something or get to the bottom of it. I feel like I read quite a few of these, so this is definitely up my alley. I have to look through my bookshelves and see what I have for that particular prompt. And then the last prompt, now that Memphis has finished crashing the party, is read a historical fiction about a specific event. So a war, for example, a revolution, French or Russian, the earthquake in San Francisco in, is it 1906? The sinking of a ship, 9/11, anything of that nature. So as I said, you just need to read one historical fiction book during the month of June to participate and win the readathon. And it doesn't necessarily even have to be one of our prompts, but they're there if you would like to use them. And if you do participate, all we ask is that you do use the hashtag #ReadHistoricalFiction2025 on any social media so we can see what you're up to, what you're reading, what you're creating, whether that's on YouTube, your Instagram, TikTok, whatever platform you so choose to participate on. But all right, I am gonna leave it at that because Memphis is ready to go for a walk. So thank you so much for watching this video. I honestly hope that you do participate. Next week's video, I'll be sharing my, I guess not my TBR, but my pile of possibilities for this particular readathon. So stay tuned for that. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!